Hello, good evening. This video I will be demoing the Korg Poly 61M, which is really the same as the Korg Poly 61, the first of the noblest class of the editable polyphonic synthesizers. And the Korg Poly 61 came out in the early 80s, 82 I think, and the M, Korg Poly 61M, just means that it has the MIDI in and output in it, which is nice. It came out a couple years later than that. In this video, I'll be demonstrating two main things while kind of talking about all the features. I'll be demonstrating how to edit a program or one of the 64 synthesizers that come on this, and then demonstrating the Arpeggiator that comes on it, which is just a really cool feature. So let's get right into editing a program. Here are the ways that I kind of select the programs right here, and this button shows that it's not lit up, that it's already on the selecting the program, which is the specific synthesizer you'll make. I can choose a couple of them. I'm just going to go through a couple of the pre-made sounds here. That's not very loud. Let's turn that up. How about this one? Sure, let's use that one right there. You'll notice this over here before I get into it. We've got a pitch bend right here. And then a VCF and a DCO kind of adds vibrato in the different ways. Does different things. Here's the volume. It affects the amount of pitch bend you want. So if you want to bend a third, or if you want to bend a fourth, it can bend all the way up to a sharp fourth. It doesn't, a sharp fourth. Doesn't really bend a fifth, even all the way up to it. Almost a fifth, but not quite. And then frequency, that doesn't really affect the frequency of the vibrating there, but you can change that when you edit a program. So let's get right into it. So you just hit parameter, and that changes the parameters of that synthesizer you make. And then you select the parameter that you want to edit. On the first bank here, let's say I want to change the octave. I just hit that 1-1. That's nice. Maybe we make an octave lower by hitting the value down button. And then if you change it at all, it'll show up red here. If you want to bring it back to the original value, just double hit the down and up. But let's say I want to bring it down an octave. All right, it's the same synthesizer, just down an octave. Let's say I want to change the waveform. That's kind of the most basic, or the most idiosyncratic thing about that synthesizer that makes it sound like it does. You'll notice that's the 1-2, so I'm gonna hit 1-2. And then let's say instead of whatever that is, I want to turn it into a square lead or kind of a sawtooth, which is, I never knew the reason why those are called square and sawtooth, because this looks like a square and that actually looks like a sawtooth. So it's on 3 right now, which is whatever that is up top. I'm gonna press down, turn it to from a whatever this is. Oh, I like that. Square. Let's see what sawtooth sounds like. I think I like the square. Let's do that. PWM. I'm not sure what that means. Let's find out. You don't really even have to know. I'm going to hit 1-3. Its value is normally at 5. It can go up to 7 or all the way down to 0. Let's see. That sounds a little brighter and crunchier. And that sounds a little more, I don't know, plump. Let's see what the original sounds like. Bright. Plump. Maybe I'll bring it down just 3. So this was the original. Bring it down to 2. I think I like that. Yeah, I think I like that a bit. All right, let's change something simple. Like let's change the attack, or let's change the EGINT. I don't know what that means. 3, 4. And if you hit something wrong, you just keep pressing until you get there. And as I hold this, you'll actually be able to see, I'll change the values of it, and you'll be able to hear it, the synthesizer changing. Subtle changes, but you know, the changes are subtle. I honestly think I like that where it is. Let's change the attack. I love a nice slow attack every now and then. So I can make it even faster attack. So as soon as I hit it, it responds. But let's bring it up as much as we can to have a slow attack as possible. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's play this. I like that, but let's say you're playing music where you have a specific song in mind and the frequency of that wobble doesn't really fit, let's say, the tempo of your song. We can actually just change the frequency right up here in the 6th bank, 6-1, and you'll notice as I play this, I'm actually changing the how fast that sawtooth will wave. And I guess you could in a live performance change it by going to the parameter mode and changing it. So let's say you want to start off really fast and then slow it down, something like this. I don't know, fancy stuff. I'm fine where it was. That's kind of fun. I'm going to move this camera over now and we're going to kind of look at the Arpeggiator mode on this. Oh, but before we go do that, why don't I go show you how once you make a change, you can actually permanently write it. All you have to do is, there's this switch on the back, write enable, so you don't accidentally permanently change synthesizers. You have to switch that over to enable, and then you got to hit write. And then you can write the program that you want to change into that. You can change the program that you were editing, or you can actually keep that program and write over another one. I'm just going to write over the one I had, press 66, and now it's written over. And now that's permanently saved, that synthesized sound in this. So I have that forever now in here. And the cool thing about this is even as old as it is, there's a battery in here that will save this even when it's unplugged. So I'm going to go ahead and just turn down the volume. I'm going to press the off button in the upper right hand corner. I'm going to unplug it just so you know. There's the plug right there. I'm going to press the power on just to try and use any kind of residual power that might be on while it's unplugged. Turn that back off. Plug it back in and then turn it back on. And that synthesizer will still be there because the battery is still in great shape on the inside. Yeah, I ordered a new one from Israel for $25, but turns out I don't need it. The one in it is just fine. Didn't mess with the circuit board at all. So this is using program 11. Let's go back to 66, where we were. Oh, better turn up my volume. Over here. And there it is, that same one that I saved. Which shows to me that the battery inside is in excellent health, which is good news. I don't know what I'm going to do with that extra battery now. Probably just resell it for $20 on eBay. So bringing this over to this side, I'll kind of show something really cool here, which is the Arpeggiator function of this keyboard. This is really awesome. So the Arpeggiator, it's pretty straightforward as far as all these things. Maybe I could use the one I just made. I'm going to press on, and you'll notice automatically it will arpeggiate that chord. So if I take let's turn that off. If I play a C chord and maybe a C9 and then press on, it'll arpeggiate it. It's a little bit funky with the slow attack. So I'm going to actually change to another program. Let's see what this one. Yeah, let's see what this one sounds like. And you can on the fly kind of change the octave. Yeah, let's pick that for right now. All right, I'm gonna press the arpeggiator, turn it on. And you can make it go up the full keyboard, just 2 octaves by switching this 2 octave. Just 1 octave. You can, let's put it back to full. You can make it go up. You can make it go down. You can make it go up and down. And the really cool thing is you can alter the speed of that. Listen as I change this while I hold that chord down. And what I love so much is this latch allows you, it latches onto the chords you play and changes when you change. So if I hit this and release, it releases. But if I hold on the latch, it'll just keep playing until I turn off the latch, I guess. Or go to the next chord. So I'm going to play a progression with the latch on. Slowing down. And you could fade away by turning down the volume, instantly turn off the volume, turn off the latch if you're doing that in a performance and making that turn off. So this is just a couple features of the Korg Poly 61M that I'm demonstrating for you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you, bye-bye.